The Shadow King. Photo and story posted by Chelsea Adams 524. And story read from the Creepypasta wiki. Throughout history, varied sightings from around the world concerning a still unknown organism dubbed the Shadow King have been documented. Although most have been dismissed as either hoaxes, mistaken identity, or simply some form of hysteria, the sheer number of reported sightings have caused various endeavors into scientific research regarding the creature. Its habits, diet, and so forth remain elusive to this day. The following is a small sample of the known sightings of the Shadow King throughout history. As with any cryptid sightings, these reports should be taken with a healthy dose of skepticism. The first documented report of the creature occurred in 1937 when archaeologists uncovered the mummified remains of an unknown animal. Said remains were sent to the Smithsonian, but were quickly dismissed as being faked. At the time, it was thought that hoaxers had hastily stitched together random animal parts, wrapped them in plaster, and then chemically aged them to appear centuries old. However, recent studies and modern-day DNA testing indicated that the specimen was very much real. That being said, scientists have yet to determine exactly what sort of creature it had been prior to its death and mummification. In 1955, Billy Johnson, aged 15 around the time of the incident, and his friends were on their way to a local diner in Louisville, Kentucky for some burgers and sodas. During their walk there, as it was only a few short blocks from where Billy lived, their neighbor's Yorkshire Terrier, whom Billy referred to as Twinkles, appeared to be agitated by something in the distance. The boys, thinking the terrier was simply barking at a squirrel, continued on their way to the diner before hearing a yelp, followed by a loud tearing sound. Billy stated that, upon turning around, he saw that the dog was gone and the rope leash she had been tethered to was torn. He quickly notified police about the incident, though they were unable to find any of Twinkle's remains. Police ruled the dog's unfortunate fate as a tragic accident and made an official statement that she had been snatched by a hungry eagle. Ornithologists conducting research at the same time of the incident, however, had stated that there was no sighting of eagles near where the incident had happened. The following is a transcript of an interview following an incident that occurred near Yellowstone National Park during the year of 1983. Game Warden: Now, can you tell me what happened earlier this evening? Male Voice: I don't know. One moment I was driving, it was dark, and it came out of nowhere. It just appeared on the road. It just appeared? More like it ran onto the road. But I swear I didn't see it until it was too late. I slammed the brakes, but I hit it. There was this thud, and I get sick just thinking about it. Well, I see. Now, did you get out of your car to see what it was you hit? Yes, but... But what? It was gone. What do you mean by gone? I mean that it must have gotten up and ran off. I tried to see where it went, honest, but it was so dark and I couldn't see anything past my car's headlights. Could you at least make out what it was you hit? Perhaps I could send some troops out and we can see if whatever you hit is injured or not. A bear, maybe? I don't know. A deer? I mean, it was big like a bear, but it had horns or antlers or something. And it moved weird on all fours. Kind of like a kangaroo. Kangaroo. Yeah, like its arms were shorter than its legs, so it kind of shuffled on all fours. Or maybe it was sick. I don't know. Well, it appears that you probably hit a sick moose, or probably some farmer's cow that wandered off. I don't see any need to press charges since the whole thing was an accident. You're free to go. And drive safely. The most recent incident happened during Chinese New Year on 2013 in Beijing. At least 400 sightings of what had been described as a large, horned reptilian creature had been roaming about. Although video footage has been recorded, the government had seized all cell phones, cameras, and other recording devices. Most of the footage had been destroyed, though small snippets can be found online from time to time, and those caught recording the incident were arrested. To date, the Chinese government has denied any reported sightings of the creature and have gone on record saying that the whole thing is little more than a childish prank causing mass hysteria. Those who had participated in the celebrations at the time, however, have stated that what they had seen and what had been recorded was very real. Many attempts have been made to scrutinize what little footage has been salvaged on the internet, but there is far too little to make any conclusive evidence of what exactly happened that day. As of 2016, there have been no sightings of the Shadow King. To date, it is unknown what the creature was, where it came from, and whether or not it is real or merely another in a long line of hoaxes revolving around the more enigmatic part of nature. Though no specimens have been studied since the mummified remains found in 1937, marine biologists in Ontario, Canada made a remarkable discovery when a large fleshy mass washed ashore. The mass, which weighed around 3 tons, had undergone numerous tests. One of said tests showed similar DNA to that of the mummified Shadow King specimen. Scientists are hoping to study the mass further, but have shown concerns regarding strange pulsating movements the mass has been making lately. Update. The following are notes written by one of the scientists that had been studying the mass back in 2016. The pulsations have become rhythmic and increased tremendously over the course of 3 weeks. As of the month of November, said pulsations grew so rapidly until the aforementioned mass had ruptured, sending organic material flying in all directions. What happened next? None of us were prepared for. It slowly emerged from the mass, like a butterfly from a cocoon. The creature had to be at least 30 feet in length and 14 feet in height. We watched in awe and growing dread as it stretched its massive wings, still dripping wet and glistening with whatever fluids it had been coated in for Lord knows how long. It then turned its attention towards us and attacked, intent on making anything it could into its first meal. Although I and several others managed to escape, a few of our fellow scientists were not so lucky. Upon returning to the site, the creature had escaped and left behind little more than what remained of the mass and some scattered limbs of its victims.